Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you may be. And whatever time you are tuning in, I'm glad you're here and it's good to be with you. I wanted to say a few words about the California fires. It's been quite a week here where I live. And I just want to highlight a favorite story that I've heard many, many people refer to this week from Fred Rogers. Fred Rogers, aka Mr. Rogers from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. He said that when he was a boy and he would see scary things on the news or going on in the world, his mother would say to him, "Look for the helpers. You always will find people who are helping." And so I do that. I look for the helpers. If I'm not trying to be a helper, I try to see the helpers. And it's really kept me in a place of, I guess, feeling more hopeful and more powerful and less in a state of feeling overwhelmed or in a place of despair. So I encourage you, whether you donate your time or your resources, whether you donate money to people in Los Angeles or any other place in the world where there's a need because there's suffering. I encourage you to do that, to find something that really speaks to you and whatever that is for you. And what I find is very helpful, at least for me, is to hold intentional space in my heart um, for people who are going through all of the loss and the fear and everything that they're managing right now. Because I do believe that every act of kindness, every intention that we tune into, and every act of service is like this proverbial ripple in a lake, and that we are rippling out in so many positive ways. We can't even know the effects of what we're doing, but we are uplifting the collective through every small intentional act. So today I thought we would engage in an open awareness practice for us to offer the resources of our hearts. Um, First, grounding ourselves into the space around us, into the stillness with a body scan, and then tuning in to our heart space before we close the practice with some loving kindness and intention. So go ahead and get yourselves comfortable. We'll be meditating today for about 15 or 20 minutes. Of course, I will track the time. And when you're ready, go ahead and find a comfortable seat, whether you are sitting on the floor, in a chair, or a sofa, ideally sitting in an upright and alert position, hands in your lap or at your sides. You might shrug your shoulders a bit or circle your head or your neck, just to loosen any tension that you might be carrying from the day. Taking a few gentle breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. And really helping to bring yourself into presence, into this moment right here. You can let your breath settle bit by bit. And if you are feeling inclined to set an intention for today, you're welcome to do that now. And we'll begin our body awareness practice first by tuning in to the head, perhaps bringing your attention to the very top of the head, to the scalp, noticing any sensations throughout the scalp. moving into the forehead, the corners of the eyes. You might notice any tension that you're feeling at the temples, in between the eyes, the third eye. And perhaps for today, turning up the corners of the eyes with a gentle smile on the lips, finding a balance between release, relaxation, and any remaining tension in this area. Moving into the nose and the nostrils, releasing any tension that you might be feeling. Noticing the sensations of the cheeks, the jaw, the mouth. Letting the tongue be heavy, perhaps loosening the jaw and letting the teeth part slightly. And tuning into any sensations as you move into the neck and the throat. Allowing yourself to release any tension in the way that feels right to you. And really tuning into this space to release anything that you might be holding. We hold a lot in our necks and in our shoulders. Tuning into the ears, perhaps noticing sounds around you, any sensations. And letting the entire area that moves from your head to your shoulders and your neck, letting that area soften and open. Perhaps tuning in to the shoulders once again and feeling some ease spreading through, releasing any constriction, any weight that you might be carrying. Just letting it go for this moment, allowing the body to settle and relax. Now opening into the heart, visualizing and noticing what sensations are within the heart and the chest. Imagining these wide ripples of ease as they circulate and spread throughout the chest and the heart space. And tuning in now to the energy that moves up and down the arms and the hands as they rest in a relaxed and effortless way in your lap or at your sides. Soft, at ease. Perhaps you can sense any tingling, any twitching or vibrating as you tune in to the aliveness of your hands and fingers and arms. Tuning in now to the expansion of the chest with each breath. Breathing in and breathing out. And receiving each breath with gratitude. Giving thanks for this movement in the body that keeps you alive and vibrant. Awakening and deepening the awareness from your interior out. And tuning in to the hips and the seat, letting this entire area relax as you let the contact points beneath you, the surface that's holding you, keep you safe, support you. Noticing any places of tension that might need releasing. And becoming aware of the legs, the thighs and the knees, the calves, the feet, and the toes. Tuning into your interior and sensing the energy moving from the tips of your toes all the way through your legs to your trunk, your hips. Noticing the aliveness. Beginning now to widen the lens of your awareness to the entire body, all at the same time. This exchange of energy, sensation, all moving through the body, bringing you into this present moment over and over again with all of its glory and fullness. We'll rest in the space of open awareness for a few minutes. I'll keep track of the time. If your mind is traveling to thoughts of the future, thoughts of the past, gently return your attention to this present moment, sensations, and the breath, whatever is working and true for you. If your attention is called to something pleasant or unpleasant, perhaps a sensation, a feeling, something difficult, notice what happens when you bring a gentle acceptance or kindness to it. There's freedom in changing how we relate to what's happening in this moment. And drawing your attention now to the heart space, and perhaps sensing into a prayer or a message of kindness that you'd like to offer yourself today. You're welcome to place your hands on your heart if you're so inclined. Perhaps bowing your head as you consider the sentiments. Now feeling into the heart space once again, and taking a moment to send a message of loving kindness to all beings everywhere. I'll read a few words of loving kindness that we might offer together as a community. And then perhaps you'd like to add some of your own silently. May all beings be protected, safe, and free from danger. May all beings be free from suffering. May all beings have all needs met. May all beings feel joy. You're welcome to take a moment and add your own sentiments as we move to close the practice. Tara Brach says, a key part of meditation is the pathway back from thoughts to presence, the quality of the attitude that you bring, that which will seed what arises next. So if you notice you're thinking and you judge yourself, that's the seed you plant. But if you notice that you've been lost in thought, the response is an intention to bring a kind and gentle presence to the next breath, a kind and gentle presence to the life that's arising moment to moment. As our meditation draws to a close, you might bring some gentle movement gradually back into the body. Some movement of the shoulders or a wiggle of the fingers and toes. Gradually stretching into the space around you. And when you're ready, you're welcome to gradually blink your eyes open, moving your gaze perhaps from a downward gaze up to the space that you're looking at around you. And taking in your surroundings with fresh eyes and perhaps a note of gratitude for all that you have in this life. I want to thank you so much for being with me today in this space, for practicing, for showing up for yourself. The light in me honors and sees the light in each and every one of you. Namaste. We'll see you next time.